Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to another Top 10 Tuesday. This week we are doing our Top 10 Monster Flicks. Monsters. Love them. It's one of my favorite genres of horror. The goofier the monster, the more I like it, especially if the monster goes around killing a bunch of people. That's always the best part. So this was kind of hard. I'm trying to figure out how I could do a Top 10 Monsters and keep a little like sub-theme. Well, I did. I am doing my top 10 monsters that are pretty much just found on Earth. There is no mutations, no one getting changed into a monster, like mutation there. No alien monsters, no demons that were monsters. So, pretty much just randomly found on Earth, and they're just happy to be here, killing everybody. So, without further ado, let's do my top 10. Alright. Number 10 comes from After Dark Horror Fest. I think this was season 2 of the After Dark. And that is Unearthed. Unearthed is a bunch of people at an archaeological dig, and they unleash a monster that was buried for over 900 years. And there are a bunch of people trapped in this building, and of course the monster's taking them out one at a time. It's your typical monster flick. It's fun monster flick. From the After Dark. If you haven't seen it, check it out for sure. Unearthed. Alright, number 9. Unfortunately, comes from Code Red, but they're the only ones that put it out, and I had to buy it because I've been after this movie for a long time. And they finally hit on their website for a while, and that is called The Strangeness. Okay, the picture quality is bad, but what do you expect from Code Red? Other than that, pretty much this movie is a bunch of miners. They are going through a mine, and there is this monster that's pretty much taking them out one at a time. Now the monster is a cross between a penis and a vagina. Yes. So just think of a shaft of a penis, and the vagina is the head. Yeah. It's got tentacles. It spits crap at you. It's very phallic. It's hysterical. I wish the picture quality was a lot better, but what do you expect? Can't expect much from this company right here. They just put out movies, and that's what it is. But had to pick up The Strangeness because I've been after this monster movie for quite a long time. The DVD was way out of print. The Blu-ray was out of print, and of course, their limited quantities are back in stock. So I had to grab one just to be on the safe side because I've been after that film. That's why number 9. Gotta have a phallic monster in there. Alright, number 8 is a movie I know a lot of people don't like, but I enjoy watching this movie several times, and that's The Rig with William Forsythe. Now, this takes place on an oil rig, and they're drilling, and of course they unleash something that's in the earth crust there. These weird merman monster things. They're pretty much taking out the crew one at a time kind of deal. So now I gotta figure out how to stop them and get off the rig. There's a storm, la 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 la. I don't know. I enjoyed watching this movie. I know a lot of people don't like it. They find it kind of boring. They find it kind of not their style. Nah. It's got me all over it. Love it. Number 7. This one's brought to you by Retro Media. And that is Octoman. Talk about a dude in a rubber suit. Wow. Octoman. Pretty much, I think it takes place in Mexico. And, of course, they find this weird octopus-like creature. And, of course, the mother, which father, whatever you want to call this thing, comes up and after the crew and takes them out, of course, love it, one at a time. This actually comes with a double feature called The Cremators, which I have not watched yet. But this is the 40th anniversary edition. You can get 2 different versions. I highly recommend going for the 40th because A, you get an extra movie, and the quality is pretty good. Sorry for the glare. And again, it's a dude in a suit. He's going around smacking people with his fake rubber arms. It's hysterical. It's just a fun watch. That is Octoman. Number 6, I am going with the first Feast film. Brought to you by Wes Craven, and he was executive producer with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I think this was the Project Greenlight that they did. And of course, it spawned 2 sequels. Again, people are trapped in a bar, and these people are coming out of nowhere saying, "Hey, the monsters are coming." It's got a very cool Tarantino-esque vibe to it. I love how the story goes. It shows like, this is your hero, this is the so and so. This guy's gonna die within 30 minutes of the movie. Weird shit. It was a lot of fun. It's even got Jason Mewes in it as a side character. But the monsters were pretty badass, very gory. Not your very typical-esque monster film, but it was a lot of fun. The sequels were alright. But again, as my number in the list is Feast. If you ever seen Feast, highly recommend checking it out. And of course, if you want, pick up the triple pack. You got all 3, so you don't have to worry about it and save some room. Alright, number 5 is The Millennium Bug. Now, picture this movie as Hills Have Eyes or Wrong Turn meets a giant monster movie. Yes, this movie was actually solid. I found it out of nowhere. I picked it up. Glad I did. Pretty much as a family escaping the whole Y2K paranoia. So they go camping in the woods. They come across this redneck hillbilly family, and of course they get kidnapped. Meanwhile, there is this scientist who is discovering that this monster comes up once a millennia, and he's trying to find it, and of course this thing gets loose. All practical effects. This thing is fucking huge. As you can see right here, some of the mouths and everything on this fucker, it's hysterical. And of course the monster goes after the family, goes after the redneck family. Great film. If you've never seen Millennium Bug or you always think about picking it up, highly recommend picking it up. It's great. Number 4 is actually brought to you by Troma. Yes, Troma brought a creature feature. Monster in the Closet. More of a comedy spoof, but it's great. Pretty much out of nowhere, this monster is living in closets and attacking people and eating them. Goofiness. I like the way the monster looked. That weird gaping face and the mouth that shoots out a weird tongue is hysterical. And of course, the whole living in closets, the whole, kids are afraid of monsters in the closet. Well, here you go. I'm glad they went this way. Now, it also, I don't know if it shows on here. Oh, shit. It's got John Carradine in it. Claude Akins. But this movie is the, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. He actually died. He was in, Wow. Oh, duh. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause. Alright, this is Paul Walker's first film. He plays a little kid in this movie. He's called the Professor. Smart kid, kind of a genius type kid. And he works with scientists to help fight this monster. Yeah, so this is Paul Walker's first movie, which is kind of weird to see him in this. But yep, check out Monster in the Closet from Troma. Wow. Number 3 is actually a Shout Factory. And I enjoy watching this movie, and that's Q, the Winged Serpent. Pretty much this is a Aztec god Quetzalcoatl, also known as Q. And this lives in one of the, I think the Sears Tower, or it's in one of the big ass buildings. It has its loft there, and it swoops down to kill people and eat them. Now this is the weird part. It hides in the sun. So when you look up to see what's going on, you can't see because you're blinded by the sun. That's just a weird thing because this monster is huge, and I would think, someone would have seen it, especially all the people at different angles. But for some reason, when this monster swoops to grab someone, and of course the blood drips to the road and drips on people, they're all looking up wondering what the fuck's going on. No one sees anything. It's got Larry Cohen in it and John Carradine. They play some awesome characters in this one. Michael Moriarty. Did I say? Maybe I was wrong with the first. Nope. Oh, it's filmed by Larry Cohen. Sorry. Having one of those days. But yeah, check out Q the Winged Serpent, especially if you like the stop animation film. type monster. The ending is pretty good. The shoot off on the rooftop was fantastic. The kills are good. I can't say much bad about this movie. Just cheesy as hell. Highly recommend it. Q, The Winged Serpent. Alright, number 2 is another Scream Factory, put out by Chiller Films, and that is Animal. I think this was released on Chiller TV, and I remember watching it. I liked it at first. I wasn't really big into it, so then I got the Blu-ray, and of course I've watched this movie several times. A bunch of people are trapped in a small house. Well, first there was 2 groups. You have one group that's already being hunted. You don't know what they're being hunted by. Then you got the young kids who are out for a nature hike. And of course, they all get attacked by something in the woods. Something is attacking people and eating them. Come to find out, it's this weird monster thing that's attacking people. So now they have to fight to survive and get out of the woods. Pretty much it. Great film. I liked the storyline. I liked how it ended too. You think who survives doesn't, and you know who doesn't survive does. It's kind of like, okay. The monsters are well done. Again, the storyline, you don't know where the monster came from. You don't know its history. Who cares? It's there. It's doing destruction. It's awesome. Highly recommend checking out Animal. And my number 1 is like one of my all-time favorite monster films, and I'm going with Tremors. Tremors 1. The Graboids. These Graboids they're prehistoric worms or what? They're in dormant. They don't know. They're just there. They're attacking the town of Perfection and just gobbling up people left and right. And it spawned 4 sequels and a TV show. And come to find out, they're doing another TV show. So we'll see how that goes. And I guess Kevin Bacon is going to be in it, which is awesome. Again, this is Kevin Bacon in the first movie. I heard a story where when he got the role, he was kind of pissed off and crying because he was in Footloose and all those other 80s films, and now he's doing a movie about killer worms. Yeah, this movie sparked your career, buddy. So you should be happy you did Tremors. Awesome film. Love it. I never got a chance to see it in the theaters. Probably because my parents wouldn't allow it when I was little. But when this came to video, I rented it, and I loved it ever since. So that's my number 1. Alright, guys. That is my list for my top 10 monster movies. Now, again, these are the movies that are just monsters here on Earth. There's no mutations, no giant kaiju type monsters, nothing from outer space, nothing to where a human got transformed into a giant monster, or like an animal got transformed, so like no mutation type style. They're just here to destroy us and kill us and eat us. Alright, guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this top 10. Thanks, guys, and let me know what you think down below. Later. Peace.